This video is for all you procrastinators out there, which actually is all of us. Hello to you, it's me Enzo Mucci. Welcome to episode 6 of series 2 of the Race Driver Coach Show. Today I'm tackling the one thing that seems to be holding back most people. They want to succeed in racing, they want to succeed in anything. But the problem is they're not doing the work that needs to be done to get them to where they want to be. It's really quite simple. We've all done it. We all put things off. We've all got something which the person that inspired this video, called John, calls tomorrow syndrome. I like that. Now, I'm going to use that. I think I've used it in the past, but I want to use it again because it is really, it's the truth. We're always putting things off to tomorrow. Yeah, I'll get to the end of the day. I'm really motivated. I know tomorrow I'm going to wake up to be this person who is motivated, who is going to follow through. And then you wake up just to repeat the same process all over again, and you don't do what you need to do to get the stuff done, to go to where you want to in life. So you put it off again. Do it tomorrow. I'll do it Monday. I'll be a different person then. When it's not a different person, it's still you. End of rant. Here is the question that inspired this episode. To put it simply, I suffer from tomorrow syndrome. This is a case of me always putting things off. I know I've got to work hard. I know I've got things to do to improve myself as a driver and, as you say, Enzo, to get the drive. Have you got any tips for me? Yes, I've got tips for you, but this is a big subject because we've all got different reasons why we're not following through. We could have excuses. The way that our lives are set up right now, we tell ourselves we haven't got time to do what we need to do. Or we haven't got much confidence. We haven't got much confidence or self-belief in ourselves, and that stops us acting in the first place. So the whole host, that's just two, there's a whole host of reasons of why we're not doing what we should and what we know we should do if we need to succeed at something. If you're playing a computer game, you're the character that's on the screen, and you're detached. So there's no real emotional involvement here. You're detached, and that character, you, is on the screen, and you've got the joypad, and you're the controller. You're controlling what that person, you, does in a day. You know the main mission, the main goal of the whole game, which is life, what it is, to be this champion race driver, or whatever it is. So you do all the tasks that are set that enable you to get there, right? You go out there and you make sure that this character on the screen knows how to sell themselves, knows business inside and out, knows sponsorship, knows how to get investors. And then you send them to the meetings, and then you go on track, and then you drive, and you get better and better as you drive. And that's basically how the character lives on the screen. And you just send them, do it. And it's fun, right? Because it's a computer game. The problem is, when we're inside that computer game, and it's what we call reality, when really it's just as serious, honestly, because you're only here for a short space of time and you can do whatever you want while you're here. But when you're inside the game, it changes. From the perspective of first person, all of a sudden you've got these performance blockers. All of a sudden you've got all these reasons why you can't act today, why you can't call that person and make sure that you do the steps required. You have all these excuses, which is going to be another video about the excuses we've got, because most of them are rubbish. They're not real excuses. They're just your way of lying to yourself of why you can't do something today, because there might be some discomfort attached to doing that task, even though you know for sure that doing that task will take you closer to what you want. It's crazy, isn't it? We all do it. We all do this. But it was perfect that, I've had this question filed away on an email for so long, and I thought, you know what, today, because I am not allowed to procrastinate today, I'm going to do this video. I'm going to actually answer this question on a video for the Race Driver Coach Show. And I'll tell you why. It's just because I've just got back from Red Bull Ring test. 3 in the morning I got back this morning. 3 in the morning because of a delayed flight. It was a late flight anyway, a delayed flight. And then every road was closed at 2 in the morning getting back. So I finally got back at 3. Got to sleep about 3:30, 4, something like that, because I had a coffee at 1 o'clock, which was really stupid. But I was falling asleep at the wheel, so I had to. Now it's 4:15 in the afternoon and I'm still going. And I have rammed this day. And I've had to ram this day, which is a Thursday. I've had to ram it because tomorrow I'm at Silverstone, then Donington on Saturday, then Rockingham on Sunday, and then back to Silverstone on Monday. So I'm a busy bunny. So I've only got to run my business, do this video. Everything has to be encapsulated and look after the relationship with my wife on the night time, all in one day. A whole week's worth of work that needs to be done like at home and in the office into one day. So I can't be lazy. I can't pick up that phone and start playing Candy Crush, even though I want to. I can't do anything like that. It has to be very important that every single minute of today is used and optimized because I can't do it afterwards. Most of it anyway. So this forced me into it. And, like everybody, we put things off. But I want to talk to you now, John, and everybody out there who keeps doing this. I want to give you some advice. First off, there's two angles to approach this. The first thing is, why the hell are you doing it? And I don't mean why the hell are you putting it off. I mean, why the hell are you going for this goal in the first place? Does it mean enough to you? Because if it does, if it's really in here, it's all you care about, it's all you think about, and you just can't wait to get on with it, then usually procrastination is the last thing on your mind or what you're doing. It's the last action that you're actually falling for because it means a lot. So putting it off is actually more detrimental, and you know that. So we've got to turn up the pain dial on you, John, and everybody else out there, and understand the power of one day. Now, one day may not seem a lot, and if you say, I'll just relax today, it's okay, I'll deserve it, I worked hard yesterday. One day is like missing a step in the marathon. If you don't take it, you're not going to get there. Or you're going to get there later, much later. But in racing, as you know, you're not just racing the clock on track, you're racing it off track as well. You have to get on with things before you run out of time, before you get too old, before things pass, before all of a sudden the opportunity is not there anymore. You have to make sure that every single day is used to its maximum. Like every step is used to its maximum in a marathon. Do you get this? Because I tell you what, if you're not taking the steps, but all your competitors are, they're pulling away. And if you're not doing anything, you're not taking any steps after weeks and weeks, you're thinking about, you're planning about what to do, but you're not actually taking action, then effectively you're going backwards because everyone else is going forwards and leaving you behind. Now, can you imagine what your racing will look like if you keep putting things off? Really imagine it. If I keep putting things off, this time in a year, in one season, I'm still going to be in the same place. I'm not going to be improved. I'm not got that sponsorship in place. And I'm going to be in the same place. And that's going to keep repeating. What's it going to be like in 5 years? Damn, I'm hardly moved at all. You've got to make this so damn painful that your brain says, you know what? I can't do this anymore. Why am I sacrificing myself? Just for some simple rules that I've got in place that are performance blockers that are holding me back. Why don't I just focus on them, on getting better, and then just act every single day? Because you acting is basically the secret to success. Being disciplined is one of the only main ingredients for you to get what you want. And if you're not disciplined, if you can't get yourself to act, you do not deserve the goal that you're aiming for. Simple as that. The people that get there are the people that work the hardest and the smartest and just hustle and dedicate all the time. And they do it automatically. Now, the problem is a lot of people, it doesn't really mean that much to them. They're more racing fans than actual racing drivers. The people that will be relentless and do whatever it takes. There's not many of them in this sport. And the fact that you're putting things off is proving it to me. It's got to mean more to you. What's life going to look like if you don't do racing? What are you going to do? How dark is your life going to be? How much of a failure will you feel? Now, come on, bring the pain. Really paint a picture of this. If I keep putting this off, if I keep procrastinating and being stupid about this, I'm being hard because that's the way I talk to myself when I've got to kick myself into action. Paint a picture. Because visualization is big for drivers, right? You can do this. Paint a picture of what the future will look like if you keep putting things off and how much regret you will have at the end of your life. Saying, I could have been a driver. Regret is so painful. As you look back and it's too late to do anything about it, and you think to yourself, why was I like that? That younger me. Why did I do that? And that's horrible to take to your grave, because you spend the last part of your life, or last third or quarter of your life, or even half of your life, regretting and in pain for what is happening right now. You've got to take control of it these days. Every single day is a step forward, remember, these days. Now let's just flip the picture. If you did dedicate yourself every single day, now paint a picture what that might look like. Getting to just the end of the day and looking back and saying, you know what? I gave it everything. Whether I win or lose, whether I succeed or fail, I'm at peace with that, because I know that I spent the day in the most effective way and I took action. And you can imagine if you do that each day, the end of your life, you'll look back and you'll say, you know, I gave it my best. I weren't good enough, or I didn't have the opportunities, but I tried. I gave it everything. There's such a different feeling, isn't there? And these two feelings, balanced, pain and pleasure, these two feelings and realities are there for you to choose right now. That future destiny, it's there. But you don't realize just how in control. Every single action that you take in a single day is going either towards the picture you don't want or the picture you do. You're in control of your destiny. Things can happen on the outside, but your work ethic, the amount of effort you put in, hard work, is all down to you. And I would even say, because it's better to be in control of things, I would say that you are in control of your failure and your success. If you failed at something, it's your fault. Nobody else's. Whether that is true, whether it isn't true, it doesn't matter. If you want to really do this, you take everything on. Like the owner of a company, an owner of a company, everything stops at them. They're always to blame. That's the same as you with your career. If you're serious about this, you've just got to put the time in. It really is that simple. Your skills will improve. You'll start to meet people that can help you. But the only way you do that is by getting on with it and getting out there and doing the things you have to do. There's somebody else doing it right now that's succeeding, that you're probably bitching about and jealous of, but they're actually doing it. And if they're not doing it, someone's doing it for them. Either way, they're moving forward each day. Even through a failure, it's a new distinction. I want you to really get on this, John, because it's important. You are going to fail if you don't act. So that's just the first rule. That's one part of it. Now, to get a bit more practical, how are you setting up your days? This is big. Now, if you read the blog back in 2 years ago, I think I did something there, and it was all based around how you kick off the day. This is really important, because how you start the day pretty much sets up how you work that day. So, the normal example is somebody gets up, the alarm goes off. They look at the phone, because everyone uses the phone as the alarm now. Oh man, on snooze, back to sleep again. Maybe on snooze again, back to sleep again, because they just don't want to get up. They've got nothing to get up for. They don't want to get up because outside is more pain than staying in the bed, which is more pleasure. Then finally they get up, look through the phone, scrolling away, filling their head full of all the social media trash that people put on there. And then they slowly have breakfast maybe, go to work, or you go into your own office to work on something. But it's all slow. There's no energy there. There's no fire. I tell you what, if you take care, if you take control of your first 20 minutes when you're awake, your first 20 minutes, it will bleed through the day and set it up. It's all about the launch. Remember this, all about the launch. I want you, as soon as you open your eyes, and I'm going to share with you what I do now and what I did this morning. Because not only did I get up go to bed at 3 and sleep about 3:30, I was up at 6. This face is knackered. His eyes are knackered. I haven't had a shave. I've had 2.5 hours sleep, and I'm still going now, and it's 14 hours later. How did I do it? No, it's not coffee. No, it's not anything illegal. It's simply because I started the day in a way that gave me such an energy boost that it carried me through, and then the ball just started. And I can't stop it. I started, as soon as I got back from what I'm going to tell you, I had a shower, started working, and I nailed through this biggest to-do list, which I'm nearly done now. The video is one of the last things. Biggest to-do list you'd ever see. But once I've done one and tick, yeah, it's a win. Done job number 2, another tick, and I'm just on it. So now I can just rest in about an hour's time. Once I've done all the editing and uploading this video, I can rest and say, you know what? That was a win today. I'm further forward. I've made some new business deals with people. I've coached people and helped them on their way. And now I'm doing the video. That's a good day. All because, and I promise you this, all because I started the day, the first 20 minutes in the right way. Now, this is what I do. This is what I do every single time I know I've got to work. Don't do it so much when I'm at a racetrack, but when I'm at home and I've got to work, I've got to nail it. This is what I do. Eyes open. I usually beat the alarm actually, but eyes open. As soon as that alarm goes, it's off and I'm up. Not even 5 seconds. You've heard of the 5-second rule, right? When you count down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and go, no matter what you're feeling. You just ignore your feelings and go. It's a little bit like that, but I don't even count. I just get up because I know today is going to be a good day and I'm up for the fight. Put my trainers on, jogging shorts or jogging trousers and a t-shirt. In England, usually this, something like this hoodie, and then go to the beach. And I go for a run and I do exercise. But there's a specific order that I do things that puts me in the right mindset for the rest of the day, and I'm just steamrolling through the day. Here it is. What I do is I get in the car, go to the beach, because I don't live on the beach anymore, which kills me, but still it's only a mile away. So I drive to the beach, get out the car, and then I walk down the cliff to the beach itself. And what I do is, as I'm walking down, step number 1, I want you to think breathing exercises. Now, I do a certain breathing exercise that I got from Wim Hof, who is this crazy Dutch bloke who runs around Everest with just shorts on. He's the Iceman, as people know him. He even regulates his body in an ice bath, his body temperature. Amazing chap. You should look into him, Wim Hof. Anyway, he's got this breathing exercise where it absolutely rams the body full of oxygen. It gets it into every cell. And it's very simple. So as I'm walking down to the beach, this is it. So I've woke up, whatever time it is, drove straight. I haven't even had anything to eat. I've had something to drink, just water. I haven't even been to the bathroom or anything, apart from go to the toilet. I haven't looked in the mirror and done anything. I just go to the beach. As I'm walking down, do the breathing exercise. Now the breathing exercise is fill them lungs full. So big, deep breaths in and then let it out. Big, deep breath in and then let it out. And just keep doing it. And as I'm doing it, I'm just tapping my fingers like this. And I'll tell you what, before long, by about 15 breaths, you just feel really tingly. You start to yawn more because the body just wants more and more oxygen, but you're filling your body so full of oxygen that all the cells are just bouncing around and the energy starts to come, and this is pure. This isn't a drug as such. This is pure oxygen in the body. So you're boosting your immune system. You're waking up the brain. And I'll tell you what, on a slightly fresh day, oh my God, it's amazing. Your hands start to tingle and you go a bit giddy. But that's it. And by the time I've done that, I'm at the bottom of the cliff and I'm ready to walk onto the sand. So I do. So that's step 1 done. The breathing exercises. Breathe all the way in, let it out, all the way in about 30 times, about for a minute, you know. So you go down. Then I'm on the beach. Then I'll spend the next 5 minutes. So I've done 1 minute already, right? Spend the next 5 minutes just being grateful. Now, this is something I got from Tony Robbins. Just be grateful about everything. Start small. Start within your own body. So what I do is I'm really grateful for this liver. I'm really grateful for this heart that's beating without me even asking it. I'm grateful for my eyes that allow me to see this beautiful beach. I'm grateful for my ears that allow me to hear the water and to hear my loved one say that she loves me. And I go through all the senses, how this feels. I'm so grateful for my health. I'm so grateful. Then I go outside of my body for this opportunity I've got at life. I mean, look at it. I'm here. I can do anything I want. Tell you what, straight away, after the breathing exercise, then this grateful mindset, mentality, and telling yourself, this is what I'm grateful for, you feel on fire already. You can feel the furnace burning. Then I go to the people outside. I'm grateful for my wife who loves me, my family, my sister, my mum, my brother, my dad, everyone that loves me and who I love. And that really brings it out. And you know, you can't be depressed. It's impossible. When this is going on with your mind focused on what's good about life, you're there. Now that is such a different way, isn't it? Just straight up, I mean, we're not even done yet, by the way. This is only step 2, 6 minutes in of the 20 minutes. Now, if you do this, can you imagine the difference from when people are just knackered, scrolling on the phone, filling their heads full of crap? Oh, look, there's that person who's achieving so much and I'm not, and oh, they've got this, and oh my God, he's a dick, or whatever, whatever you go through, and then you get up slowly, you're never going to be in the right mental state. Now, as you know, mental state for me is pretty much everything. The mode that the mind is in when you're going through your day determines your actions. So you got to take control of it. Step 2 is be grateful for absolutely everything. Take a look around. There's so much to be grateful for. Even the troubles in your life that are testing you and making you improve. All of it. Be grateful for. That takes 5 minutes. One thing. At this point, I've got like smooth, maybe classical or chill out music just in the background. And that's in the headphones, obviously. So that's going at the same time, and it's building. It's a bit epic, actually. King Arthur music, type music. And it's building up, and you're feeling great. You're feeling powerful. Now, next, to finish this off, this is where you start to do some exercise. So from minute 6 onwards to 20, I'm jogging slowly on the sand, because sand kills you when you're jogging. So I'm just jogging slowly. And you're breathing in as obviously as you're going. But now I'm starting to focus on my goals. Now I'm starting to focus on what is important for me. So you've done the present. You've done what you're grateful for. Now, step 3 is what is it I want? Let's just tell the brain what it wants today. What it's going to, not what it's going to do, but what it's going to aim for. The North Star. What is it? And you can virtually visualize it. You can't shut your eyes because you're jogging. So you might fall over or hit something. But and now, another thing is the music's now at a higher tempo. Now it could be dance music. Now it could be rock. It could be something that's more hip hop, whatever you're into that gets you motivated. That's what I start to listen to now. Rocky music is great for me. So jogging now, step 3, good music, focusing on what you want in life. And then after you've done that for a few minutes, I start to focus on what I've got to do today to get me closer. So now you're starting the jobs, the to-do list. And I tell you what, by the time you're at this point and you're like 14 minutes in, you just want to get back. You just want to get back home and get on with it. You're thinking, shit, I'm wasting my time on this beach. I've got to get back. Or wherever you are, you could be running in the street. You could be running in the city, in the forest. It doesn't matter because you're in your own world. You don't need the beach. So then, 14 minutes through, I'll start to think what I've got to actually do. And then the last part, as I start to walk and cool down back to the car again, I'll start to look, and this is again from Robbins, I'll start to look as if the day is done. I transport my mind to the end of the day, looking back, knowing that I showed up today, knowing that I gave it everything. And I tell you what, by the time you get home, you can tell straight away when you get back in the car, you're higher, you're really high. And even the mirror, the rear view mirror is too low now, so you put it up again because you just feel boosted. Your posture's straight up, you're full of energy, and you run further actually. You run easier because you're so full of oxygen, so the body is living off that oxygen as you're running. So it allows you to go longer, which is another trick for people who need to run and work out. Deep breaths, get the oxygen in the cells. So I'll get into the car, get home, have a shower, and I'll tell you what, have some cereal, but the cereal's while I've already switched the computer on, just here, and I've started working, and I'm writing down the to-do list, and I'm nailing it. That lasts at least until lunchtime. And I tell you what, if you've just done from, say, 8, 7, whenever you wake up, till lunchtime, and you've got maximum out of yourself, that's a win. Even if you took the rest of the day off, you know that you gave it maximum for about 4 or 5 hours. That's pretty damn good. That's going to get you much further than someone who starts the day slow. Now, I bet you are, John. I'd love to know how you're waking up. You'll tell me after this, I know. And I bet it's something like that. I bet you're just focusing on stuff that's not going to help you. And it puts you in a mindset that doesn't allow you to be at your best that day. This is no different to when you're getting in the car. Remember, your body, it has to start with your body. Your body has to echo the emotion that you want, and then the brain has to follow it, because it will follow it, but you have to allow it to follow it. That's what you're doing through exercise and focusing on what you're grateful for, what you want, and what you're going to do, and what this day is going to be at the end when you look back. So 4 steps. First of all, breathing exercise. Takes about a minute, makes you get dizzy a little bit the first time you do it, but it fills you full of oxygen. Second, be grateful. All the things inside your body, in life, other people, all the things you could be grateful for, just focus on them for 5 minutes. It's amazing what that does for your life. Then exercise with what you want to do in life, the goals, the big things, and what you're going to do today. And then No, and then lastly, I can't remember how many steps that was. Lastly, picture yourself looking back on the day and knowing that you showed up, knowing that you did it and how great you feel. And get out there, get in the shower, should I say, get back home, into the shower, and you're ready to fight. You're ready to give it everything that day. This is a big thing because every single day, remember, will add to the marathon of life, will get you where you want to go. You've got to show up mentally, physically, in order to give it everything. No different to when you're getting in that car.